Self-help is making your life harder because all you're doing is just mentally procrastinating when you could actually be doing the next steps. And I say this from a position of someone who mentally procrastinated for a very long time by consuming unhealthy amounts of self-help content. 3 years ago, it was my entire lifestyle. It was in my entire personality. I was the person who would watch the videos and read the books on self-help. But what people weren't aware of is at this time, I was fighting this constant battle with myself. Because the truth was, when I was consuming the content of self help, I felt great. I felt relief from my situation because what I was reading or what I was watching, it made complete sense. It felt as though I was doing something by consuming this content. As soon as I put the book down or I stopped watching the video, I was smacked in the face with the reality. The reality was that I was still in the exact same position that I was 6 months ago when I first started doing the self-help stuff. And it's a brutal reality to face. And the easy thing to do is just repeat the cycle of going back and just repeating, of watching and reading the self-help content because it makes you feel good about yourself. It relieves the symptoms for a short moment, but it's going to keep you trapped in that cycle for an extended period of time. And unless you break the cycle, you're never going to change. The truth is, you do not need another self-help book. You do not need another self-help video. You do not need anything else. All you need to do is identify what you need to do to actually improve your life. And there's probably someone watching this video right now thinking, oh, but I don't know what I want to do, or I don't know what I need to do. The answer is far more obvious than you are led to believe. And my other issue with self-help is that advice is kind of rubbish because right now I'm telling you to do things or I'm giving you advice. But the truth is I don't know your situation, so I can't give you advice. Unless I have the exact script of exactly what's going on in your situation, I can't comment on it until I have a full picture. But as a general rule of thumb, we know deep down what we need to do. That step may be something as simple as picking up a pen and just starting writing some words down. It may be as simple as going outside and smelling some fresh air. It may be a case of going back to the gym that you've had a membership for the last 6 months, but you haven't stepped through the doors. The answer tends to show its face because we feel some way about it. We feel a bit of shame or a bit of guilt about not doing that action. That's usually a good place to start and look. Now, I'm not saying that you should go and do anything that fills or gives you some feeling of shame or guilt, because then you're going to start looking in some pretty dark places, and that's not the goal here. The goal is to identify one thing that you want to move forward with, find the things that you haven't been doing that you know are going to get you to that point that make you feel a little bit bad about your life, and tackle those initially. Life is so much simpler, but so much more complicated than it's made out to believe. You have people online who claim that they know exactly what's going on, and if anyone claims they know exactly what's going on, they are just lying to themselves and they're lying to you because this life thing is completely insane, and I don't think there's a way for our human brains to really comprehend all different elements of it. Maybe someone's conquered one element, but I genuinely believe that it means other elements aren't where they should be in comparison to that one. I see it as a seesaw. If you put lots of time and energy into one thing, something else has to give. We only have 24 hours in a day. Only have the capacity to do a certain amount of work. Not saying we can't improve on that capacity, because you definitely can by getting used to the workload that you're dealing with and slowly adding things to them. But depending on life demands and things getting in the way and life happening, you can't do everything at once. To summarize this video, please take the time to identify one thing that you know that you can work on and just sit down and just try and stick out that for as long as you can. Take it day by day. Don't try and look at it as this next 6 months I'm going to be locked in on monk mode, because it's just not going to work. Make it something that you can stick to in your lifestyle and become the person who does that thing without even trying. Become the person who completes that task no matter what they're faced with in their life, besides extraordinary circumstances, of course. Have a fantastic day.